Hey everybody, welcome to my channel. Today's video is another installment of my Western Mountaineering Fit and Pack series. These demonstrative videos are designed as add-on videos to my existing reviews of Western Mountaineering sleeping bags. After a lot of comments, I learned that you guys want to see me get in the bag and see me pack the bag to see how easy it is to get into the stuff sack. So that's what we're going to do. And today's bag is the Western Mountaineering MityLite. It's the second warmest rated sleeping bag that Western Mountaineering makes. Not coldest rated, warmest rated. This bag is rated to 40 degrees Fahrenheit, which I think is 4 degrees Celsius. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to do a brief overview of the bag, and then I'm going to get inside of it so we can see what the fit is like. I'm going to pack it into its stuff sack. And as a bonus, I'm going to throw in how I use a hoodless sleeping bag. So let's get cracking. The MityLite is the only Western Mountaineering sleeping bag that I have that uses sewn through construction. So unlike my other Western Mountaineering sleeping bags, this bag has sewn through seams. So the outer shell fabric is sewn directly to the inner shell fabric along the baffle lines here. So if you took this bag and cut it in half and looked at a section view, you'd see a series of footballs. So your installation varies in thickness in this design of a bag, but it eliminates the baffle material, which saves on weight. The MityLite also utilizes the continuous baffle feature, where the down can be shifted from the top side of the bag to the bottom side of the bag and vice versa. So the down is uninterrupted on this seam right here. You can just push all this down to this side or push all this down to this side, depending upon what kind of night you're sleeping in. So the sewn through seam construction is one thing that I didn't point out in my original video, so I wanted to cover that. So I'm going to get inside this thing. Now this bag is only offered in one configuration. It only comes in a left zip, and it only comes in one length, and it's designed to accommodate someone up to 6'3" in height. For reference, I'm 5'10", 5'10 and a half maybe, about 160 pounds. So when I get into this, you should be able to get a feel for what it would fit for you, whether you're my size, bigger, smaller. Hopefully this gives you some idea. So this is a semi-rectangular style bag from Western Mountaineering. And most of the semi-rectangular bags feature a zipper across the bottom. So the standard zipper goes down to here, and then you can unzip the foot box. You can open it up like a comforter. Put it across you or you and your partner on warmer nights, and that would be great. So this comes from Western Mountaineering's Extreme Light series of sleeping bags. This outer shell fabric is super light. It's like 0.9 ounces per square yard. It's not real water resistant, and it isn't super durable, so you got to be kind of careful with it. But I'm going to get inside this now. Now this bag has got 62 inches of shoulder circumference. It's got 59 inches of circumference at the waist, and it's got 46 inches of circumference at the foot box. All right. Now, I like the name of this bag. They call it the MityLite. It is MityLite, but it also is very mighty. I shared in the review on this that I've taken it down to some pretty cold temperatures. I've slept in 20s and 30s with no problem at all. And at 3 degrees with 2 layers on, I was just fine. So it's really a super little bag. All right. It's designed for a person up to 6'3". Me being 5'10", I've never felt my toes touch the bottom of this bag at all. But yet there isn't a whole lot of space down there. So, you know, there's probably that much room down at the bottom that I could put some extra clothing or battery bank or whatever. Okay. Okay. All right, so plenty roomy. My feet. Oh man, that's a lot. I'm moving my feet more than I was in the Badger. Probably about 12 to 14 inches apart right there. And you can see there's my toes. I don't have a whole lot of room in there, left in there. But it's just perfect for me. Now, I got at the waist, I can put my hands out away from my body just a little bit with my palms down. In the chest, there's definitely room for a bigger person in here than me, but it's plenty roomy. If I bring my arms up, I can push it up pretty far. So, I mean, if I had another 6 inches of girth to me in the shoulder and chest area, I think it would still be doable. It would be very efficient. Now, I can turn within this bag just fine. The bag doesn't have to go with me, which is really nice because when you're adjusted the down to where you want it for the night, you don't want to be rolling, you don't want the bag to be rolling over with you, because then you're going to expose some part of your body to less insulation. So yeah, it's really roomy and comfortable. And it's super light. I mean, you can't even tell there's anything on you almost. Some of the first nights I spent in Western Mountaineering sleeping bags, and I gotta say, I've slept in some pretty nice sleeping bags before that. There's just something different about this. It is so light and puffy. It's like being in a sensory deprivation tank. And I know, I've been in one of those too. So super roomy, comfortable, semi-rectangular bag. And I think this bag comes with 12 ounces of down in it. But I had this bag overfilled. I had him put another 10% down in here, and it came back noticeably loftier. The stated loft on this bag is 3 inches, and mine's 4.5. It's that much thicker than they say. So when I was in there, I was moving my feet that much. And my hands at my sides, right there. Just about right there with my pinkies touching the bag on either side. Chest, I could put my hands up here, so definitely room for someone a little bigger chested, shouldered than I am. But yeah, I really like this bag. The fit is really good. On their website, they say that this bag weighs 1 pound, 10 ounces. I sent it in and had it overfilled. I didn't weigh it before I sent it in. I wish I had. But it came back noticeably thicker, and it still only weighs 1 pound, 8.5 ounces. So this is 1.5 pounds. Really nice. Now before I pack this down into the provided stuff sack, I wanted to show you guys real quickly how I deal with a hoodless sleeping bag. So you know when you're using a sleeping bag that's rated to 40 degrees, you're probably not going to be encountering a whole lot of ice and snow and frigid temperatures. So this is what I do. So I got a pillow. So what I do, depending upon the weather, is I will use neck gaiters, caps, and balaclavas, both wool and down if necessary. So if it's not going to be too cold out, I'll wear a neck gaiter. This is a merino wool. This comes from -33. Merino wool neck gaiter, merino wool cap. That will keep my head warm just fine in 50-degree weather. If it starts getting colder, what I do is is I'll go with a neck gaiter again, but this is an expedition weight, 400 gram per square meter merino wool neck gaiter. It's pretty heavy, and man, does it keep your neck warm. It goes down real low in front. And then this is a merino wool balaclava. Once again, it's a expedition weight, 400 grams per square meter merino wool. And then I might just put this heavy merino wool cap on, expedition weight, over the top of the balaclava. And that'll give me a lot of warmth. And that'll take me down into 20s. Or if it's just a little bit colder, I'll just put this on. This is a down-filled balaclava. This comes from Goose Feet Gear. It's got 850 fill power hydrophobic down in it. So this will take me through just about anything. And if it's 30 below zero, I've got another one of these from another company that fits right inside of this, and it's super thick and warm. So those are my options that I use when I'm sleeping in a hoodless sleeping bag. My how to side sleep in a mommy bag video was left a lot to be desired, especially in framing. So I want to show you how this works. When I put this on, in the sleeping bag. So see, I can cinch this up like you would on the hood of a sleeping bag. You know, I can get it really small there. This effectively takes the place of the sleeping bag hood for me. So when I get in here, zip it up. And then I can cinch up the neck on a sleeping bag so I don't have cold air going down into the sleeping bag, yet I can still turn from side to side if I cinch this up. So now I stay toasty warm inside the bag because I have the top cinched, but I can still turn within the bag, rolling from side to side, and that this balaclava pretty much goes with me. It can spin a little bit, but I found it to be real comfortable, real effective. I'm gonna die. It is so freaking hot in this thing. Talk about thermonuclear meltdown. Holy cow. And like I said in the review, I slept in 3 degrees in this. I had expedition weight merino wool top to bottom, and I had a layer down top to bottom inside this bag. Super warm all night at 3 degrees. Now we're going to see how well it fits down into the provided stuff sack. Western Mountaineering provides you with their extra small stuff sack. They say it's 6 by 12. Looks pretty small. Now, like I said before, I unzip the bag about a foot or so, just to facilitate air getting out. This bag is super easy to pack because this outer shell material, this extreme light fabric, it is super breathable. So it looks like a lot of sleeping bags get down into a little bag. This is really good for me because I've shared before, I really don't put these in. I really don't put these sleeping bags in here very often. When I do, I did myself a favor and I just upped the size of each of these stuff sacks. So it's just a little easier to get it in there. Alrighty then. There you go, 6 by 12. Now, you could squeeze that down further. Definitely with a compression sack, you could get that down further. But yeah, 1.5 pounds, 6 by 12. Get it smaller if you want to. Take it back out. And this thing lofts right back up. Right back to what we started with. Yeah. So if you found this little add-on review to the Western Mountaineering MityLite helpful to you, please click like and subscribe to my channel. I'd appreciate that. I'm going to continue bringing you more videos, review videos, and we're going camping here in a couple weeks. I'm going to take this bag with me to do a field test. So until then, stay safe out there and have fun.